His talent was discovered back in 1993 by an agent who cast him in... Look at that. Butter wouldn't melt.
Wow.
Just 16
State
years
of me
old.
now, look.
And since then,
Where did
Danny
it all go
Dyer has
wrong?
become a household name, even pulling his fair share of pints as the owner of the Queen Vic.
There are no ends to his talents. Danny is now set to take on the tent in Sunday's Bake Off.
Right, gonna carve it. Plan is, I'm gonna stick that on top of that. Some cream in the middle. So I don't even know if it helps it. Whack it on there, come on. Stay there. That's gonna go over. It's gonna go over. It's too much for it. It can't deal with it. Just hope it don't fall over. Well, I'm gonna have to live with that.
She went for a hot potato.
She's banging trouble here, look.
It was a whole potato as well.
John, you striped her up with one of your taters.
It was hotter than Hades. Danny is here now to talk to us. Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, how are you?
Did you
I'm
strike
all right.
anybody up with your cakes and your bakes?
Yeah.
I had a go, Ben, I had a go.
How was it?
Have you done it, any of you?
No.
No.
It is hard work, and there's no help.
Was it stressful?
Were you expecting help?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, considering I've never baked. But they send loads of gear to your house, so I had mixers and all sorts of, like, apparatus, but I weren't really about, so I didn't practice. But then I thought, actually, I might have had a result because you get to keep all the gear, but then they don't. They come and pick it all up.
Took the gear back
did
as
it,
well.
and then did
They
it
send
give
you
it to
loads of
someone else?
flour. I had about 800 eggs in the house all plotted up, but I had a go. And I
Yeah.
think it's such an amazing cause and stuff, you know,
Amazing.
stand up to cancer. I watched my Danny do MasterChef.
Yes.
did
with
well.
the lovely
Well.
John.
Really
Good
well.
job.
She got robbed on that, by the way, John.
What happened? Yeah.
Where she
quarterfinals.
got elbowed a bit early.
She did not.
She done a nice
brilliant.
bit of
I
venison.
praised her. She was wonderful. Incredible.
Anyway, I watched how hard that was, and that's weeks and weeks of it. I thought, the tent's only 2 days.
Right.
Yes.
Did our Alison give you a hand at any stage at
No,
all?
not really. She laughed at me a lot.
Sounds like Al.
She's lovely, Al.
Can you
They're
just-
not allowed
She's
to help you.
sweetheart.
Your cake that you were doing, that was quite a construction. What was the idea behind the cake?
Right, so basically, our week was your biggest failure, which is
Right.
all you need in a cake. I've had many failures, and so
But that's
the
your
one
biggest-
that's quite PG in time was that I did build myself into a wardrobe when I was younger.
What?
Wow.
Well, me and my missus got our first gaff, and we had a kid and stuff, and I tried to be the geezer, and I built a wardrobe into
Like
a
a flat
tiny.
pack
It was
wardrobe?
and it was in a tiny little room. So I was trying to create a walk-in wardrobe in Canning Town, and I put the back on it first, and then I couldn't get out. So I had to smash through the back of it to then get out of the wardrobe, which my missus still mocks me about today.
Funny that.
So basically, I tried to build. I done a cake with 8 layers of sponge, cut an hole in it,
Yeah.
put myself in it with an hammer, and
It's like something from The Shining.
it was hard. It was hard though, because you shouldn't put 8 layers of
You got a
sponge.
bit
Well, of course-
tilt, hadn't you?
well, they had to do my one first because it was going to fall over.
Like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And when you said
Leaning
before...
Tower of Pisa, that's what it is.
Exactly. And when you said before you got all the apparatus arriving to your house, where were you then if you weren't there? Were you
Well,
filming
I was
Jilly
doing-
Cooper?
Yeah, so not. It's a very surreal thing, me baking cakes, but me baking cakes with a moustache as well. I've got a great big Tom Selleck going on, so I was filming in Bristol. I didn't really have time. It does add to the madness of it, me with a great big tash, I must say.
But you were. There we go. There you go. I think it quite suits you, Dan.
He was
Well,
filming...
you've got to get on with it, innit? You know, it proves I'm a proper actor. So anyone out there that doubts it, I can grow a tash.
You certainly committed your upper lip to the cause.
Absolutely, and so it's a really cool thing, Rivals,
Yeah.
Disney thing, so there's a lot of tashes.
Dermot's wife is directing
Yeah, she
some
did,
of
yeah.
them.
Dee did a few
So,
episodes.
Yeah.
but it's one of Jilly Cooper's novels, quite racy novel.
Yeah, it's filth, Ben.
There's
but
more
it's,
filth. Is it as filth with
but
those
it's
teeth?
brilliant. You know, it's one of her better books. It's a real big cast with Tennant, Aidan Turner. It's got Catherine Parkinson in it.
Right.
It's loads of us, you know, running around in the 80s. Quite relevant at the moment. But
And what's
yeah,
your character?
I play a guy called Freddie Jones, who's like a billionaire.
Nice.
So I'm sort of based on Alan Sugar.
Oh, really?
And I talk Japanese in it.
So do you have... Do you
So not
do
only can I
that?
bake cakes, I can speak Japanese.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a great part. So it's a bit like Succession. That's all I'll say to you. There's a lot of people in it that you hate. But my character's really lovely, and everyone's trying to get his investment and stuff. And so he's a working class sort of rich man, and I loved it. I love the 80s anyway. The 80s for me, you know, it takes me back to my childhood and stuff. So it was a very lavish affair, and I loved it.
Yes. Now we're very excited as well because you have an exclusive announcement for us today, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to build it up too much, though.
Come on, we've got to build it up because it's big news.
Yeah, OK, well, I'm doing Soccer Aid.
Yeah!
I got asked.
You've been asked?
I got asked for the second year. I had a little run out last year, and it's an amazing thing to do.
Yes.
Last year, we raised over 14 mil. UNICEF, you know, the stuff they do, you don't realise.
That's amazing.
All around the world for kids with malnutrition and disease, you know, fighting all these things. And for us to play football, you've done it. I mean, why don't you do it no more? Let's have it right.
I'm very old and my knees aren't quite up to it. I've done 10 years. I did the first sort of 5 or 6, 7.
Yeah, you had a good run, didn't you?
Talk about filth. He is a bit
you
on
did
the
smash
football.
into someone and break someone's
One or
leg.
two. All the ex-Spurs players, though, Danny, so you'd approve. Don't worry.
Good boy.
Davids, Berbatov.
It's such an experience, I must say.
And it's for Stamford Bridge this year?
It's Stamford Bridge this year.
So you can walk home?
So I did play at Old Trafford.
Yes.
Yeah.
But some great people involved in it. And some, I'm going to have another go, I think. I'm honoured to be asked to do it again. So let's see what happens, you know? Let's see what happens.
Amazing
Absolutely.
stuff. So when is Bake Off? Someone in our ear. Sunday. So Sunday is your episode?
Yeah.
At 7:40.
7:40, get involved, donate, and let's fight cancer.
Amazing.
Excellent. Thank you. Good luck with that. Good luck.
Both.
The Loose Women are up next on ITV1. Hey, Charlene.
Hey, guys. Yeah, lots to come. Julia Goodyear's husband, Scott, has today said the star's fading away with dementia, so we'll give our thoughts on his emotional interview. Also, we're talking shopping stress, card, not cash, till turmoil and online-only ordering. We've had enough. Plus, a big moment for Stacey and Kevin, their first ever TV interview as a couple. Next.
Lovely stuff.
Thank you, guys. Big thank you to everyone over at Battersea Power Station this morning. Great job for showing us all the treasures it has to offer.
On Tomorrow's This Morning, get ready for a sing-along with Dermot and Josie. Blue are performing live.
Steve Wilson sharing his pick of the best Easter treats.
And Paul Rudd chats about his latest film. That's tomorrow at 10. Bye.
See you then.